This tutorial looks at wikis and how we might use them from a digital marketing perspective. They fall under the category of crowdsourcing, and crowdsourcing is quite often described as the knowledge of the masses. The most common wiki out there is by far Wikipedia, and we're all familiar with what Wikipedia is, and we're all familiar with who maintains it and who edits it. It's us. It's it's all of us. It's users. So it's driven by user generated content, and because of that, there is no editor per se on this. So there has to be a caveat about all of the material you find in Wikipedia, because we have to be able to rely on the source, and we have to know it's from a reliable source that we can quote it, etc. So that's why we're quite often encouraged not to reference Wikipedia and other wikis as well. But with that in mind, it's a huge source of information for a lot of people, and it's a very good layman's way of learning about a subject or a topic that we may not be familiar with. So I'm just going to introduce two different aspects of wikis here, and the two different ones I'm going to look at are Wikitravel and Wikipedia. And I'm going to look at it from two different perspectives in both cases. I'm going to look at how you edit a wiki, and also how you create a new wiki in both Wikitravel and in Wikipedia. So we'll start off with Wikitravel first of all. And I'm just going to go into the website and look up Glendalough and press return. And it gives you information about Glendalough. Now, we're very familiar with wikis where you can see different things like edit throughout and so on. So they will simply allow us to edit the topic that's under discussion there. So, if I wanted to edit the activities that are available in Glendalough, just say I was dealing with paddleboarding, okay, which isn't available there in Glendalough. But just say I had paddleboarding on a lake, either near Glendalough, the upper lake, or the lower lake, which probably prohibits these things. But just say it was a lake quite close to it, and activities near Glendalough. I could turn around and say, I could have an entry under this for SUP, for stand-up paddleboarding, or whatever the case might be. Okay, and I could actually put a link to my own company, or promote my own company. Okay, the same with if you were a new dining experience around the area, you could put that under there as well. So you can see things to do, places to eat, places to go, different things like that. So it's very, very simple. If we click on edit, it'll give us this information, and we can simply add or change the information that's here, and then simply go publish, and it's that quick. The same with here, places to eat, as I mentioned, and you can actually start entering new category in there as well. So add a listing for it. So you can turn around and say, Lineham's or the I think it's called the purple header, or whatever the case might be. You can start adding those listings to it. And again, if you had another listing that was yours and your own, you could turn around and put it in there as well. Okay. And it's very simple and straightforward to edit this and to update it. So that's exactly what a wiki allows you to do. Wikipedia is slightly different with regards to certain things, and we'll see why. It's by far the forerunner when it comes to wikis, and everybody, most people are very familiar with it. Okay, so with regards to this, what I'm just going to do is you edit a Wikipedia in the exact same way that you edit topics in Wikitravel a second ago. It's very straightforward. Just click on edit the topic, and then you can change it and submit it. I'm just going to have a look at how you submit a new topic if you wanted to. If you searched on Wikipedia and it wasn't there already, and you might want to add something to it. So a topic that I think should be in there that isn't in there is destination management systems, which are literally systems that help manage a tourist destination. So I'm going to type in DMS, or destination management systems. It comes up with a number of different alternatives of this, but it says that destination management systems does not exist. Ask for it to be created. Okay, while Wikipedia is not edited by anyone in particular, you do have to ask permission to create a new topic or a new entry. Okay, so I'm just going to click on this here, and you'll see here, welcome to articles for creation. Is this your first article? Now, what I would say to anyone who's creating an article for the first time on Wikipedia is that, you know, there are certain syntax and layout and formatting that needs to be adhered to, and this syntax is not all that easy to get your head around for the first time. So my advice would be, yes, let them know it's your first article and take take advice from them. So when you click on this, it'll, as I scroll down to the bottom of this, it'll bring you into an article wizard, which will help you to create your first article. And this is very advisable for somebody who is doing this for the first time. So you go in here and then just simply click next, and then next again. And I'm not connected to the subject. In other words, you're not biased. I'm writing about something close to me, which means that you may be publishing some of your own materials or whatever the case might. Okay, and I'm paid to edit, which is a different category as well. So click on whichever one suits your aim, okay, and move on there. So I'm going to create a new article on destination management system. So what I do is to give you a kind of a sandbox down here to edit and to preview and so on. So I've put in this here. Now again, there's certain pieces of syntax in here which, you know, they'll give you outlines as to what you should be putting in there for headings and for links, etc. So there is a little bit of a learning curve on this. It's not all that difficult. It's not something that, you know, anyone should get too worried about. But you edit the content and then click publish, and then you submit it. Now it can take a little while for them to approve it, and you know, the draft article not currently submitted for review. So if I submit this, it can take a little while before they approve your actual article. And if they feel that it's not really something that they're interested in, they won't be afraid to say no, sorry. So you submit it, and hopefully you'll come up with something, and it'll be it'll be accepted, and on you go from there. Once you are accepted, you know, people can edit it and add to it, and you can edit it and add to it, and change what's in there on a regular basis. So on a continuous basis. So, you know, that's what Wikipedia is all about. It is about the knowledge of the masses. If I know something about a certain topic and somebody else knows something else, we can add to it, and together we might be, you know, presenting something useful to somebody else. Okay. So again, you know, it's very straightforward to edit. You know, you just simply click on edit any of the topics, and you can edit it here and so on. And you can see here there's quite a bit of, you know, these are references here and so on. So you'll be asked to cite and to reference certain material as well as part of your initial presentation and your initial submission. So, you know, it's a couple of things you need to get used to, and you can save it and obviously submit it later if you need to go and get more materials and whatever. Okay, so by and large, it's a very straightforward kind of scenario, but you have to follow the rules that it lays out. And as you can see here, you can insert different things, and they all mean different things, and you can figure out what they are. It'll give you an example of what they are as well. So publish away.